Hey, welcome to the channel. I know you've heard of this movie, Sista, and how beautiful and original the story is, but that's another statement. This movie is deserving of the greatness it embodies, and they could have picked a better actress than Kehinde Bankole, who plays our protagonist, Sista. The movie tells the story of a single mom's pains, anger, struggles she had to endure for years, raising her two children alone, and the love of seeing them grow to be humans worthy of the name. Today I will be making a summary of the movie, and there's a lot of spoilers. Do like, subscribe, and let's get to it.
You cannot come and bamboozle my children with money. I accept you only because my children accept you.
The movie begins with a little backstory. 21 years ago, 17 years old Sista, whose original name is Victoria, got impregnated by her 19 years old boyfriend, Fola. Since sexual intercourse is deemed a pleasure for husband and wife, their both parents told them to become a family and refused to have anything to do with it. The young lovers proceeded to live together in Kula's room at the university. Kula was in the second level at the time and Victoria had to hold hers. Since money was an issue for both of them, she had to start a cooking business which sustained them, and she even saw Fola through school with it. After they had their first child, 2 years later, she got knocked up again. Victoria was scared and needed reassurance from Fola, but he was too shaken by the news, saying that their lives was already hard enough. Abortion would have been an option, but she was 4 months gone already and the risk was too much, and they decided to keep the baby. When Fola finished school and was ready to go for his NYSC, Victoria offered him money for upkeep which she had saved before his allowance started coming in, but he rejected it and was hostile towards her, and this really bothered her. But he claimed only to be overwhelmed by life so far. After he left, the next day she found a letter he had addressed to her, and in it he revealed she and the children didn't fit his plans for his life. This shattered her and ultimately induced her going into labor. After he had abandoned her and the kids, to make things easier, she told the kids their father had died years ago. 21 years later, the stress of life taking its toll on her was evident. She had sustained herself and the kids by offering cleaning services, and she was pretty good at it. She found favor in a client, Auntie J, an interior designer who she had worked with for years, and their relationship progressed to friendship, and Auntie J didn't fail to prefer her to other clients. She had good work ethics and wouldn't clean if the client wasn't there, and when she had to do it without them, she would wait hours for them to get back and do an inventory. The job exhausted her, and sometimes she fell asleep in transit, and some other times she gets pains all over her body. But having understanding children who cared for her, cautioning her to take rest and even refusing her from leaving the house sometimes. But her head is apparently made of coconuts. Her son, Fola, who is named after his father and is now 21 years old university student, but back home because of strike. While Anu, her daughter, just got admission but is yet to resume, and in her spare time she makes small chops, which Auntie J is a fan of. One day, one of our clients came to our house with Auntie J, who had referred her to a sister, accusing her of stealing her gold necklace and needed to search her house for them. This made Sister furious because she hadn't done something like this before, and Auntie J was caught in a crossroad, but believed Sister wasn't responsible. When the search was about to begin, the client got a message that the gold had been found. As it turns out, her husband has a gambling problem and used them to settle his debts. Auntie J was so apologetic and even had lunch with Sister to make amends, but that wasn't enough, so she referred her services to her cousin, Tiwa, whom she just finished an interior decoration for. Tiwa and her husband, Efe, recently came back from Europe for vacation. They have 2 children who were in Europe too schooling. Tiwa was so impressed by the job Sister had done that she couldn't believe she did it alone. Her husband then came in and is revealed to be Fola. Seeing him again after all these years brought back emotions for Sister, and she tried to keep it to herself. And Fola self didn't even recognize her. She gave an excuse to leave, and Auntie J gave her the phone she had asked her to get for her children. She hid the pain she felt whilst taking pictures with her excited kids. But when alone, she reflected on the past and how Fola had left her shattered. Reminiscing on the past opened old wounds, and Fola Jr. caught her in a broken state. Even though she didn't reveal the cause of her pain, he proved to be a reliable backbone. She decided to carry on with life like she had done before. She once believed Fola was dead to her. She might as well continue, until Auntie J requested for Anna's small chops at Tiwa's housewarming party. The family provided food and Sister waited. At this point, Fola recognized her but wasn't certain. He met her in the kitchen and used subtle ways to ask questions that made him conclude Fola and Anu were his children. To prove his theory, he called her by her real name when she served him and a guest, and Sister couldn't keep pretending. She hastily wanted to live with the children, but Fola has acquainted himself with Fola Jr. She declined his offer to drive them home and instead took it easy. Everyone remained oblivious of everything happening except Fola and Sister. For the next several days, Fola felt guilty and absent-minded at work and even at home. And when his wife noticed this, he felt obligated to reveal his truth to her, seeking her help and a way of redemption. She didn't believe at first, But it later dawned on her, and she realized she never knew the man she married was cold and soulless. She felt partly responsible for his mistakes because he met her at NYSC camp right after he left Sista, and made him move to Europe when the opportunity came. She wanted to do right by Sista because as a woman, she could only imagine what she was put through all these years. And when she revealed all this to Auntie J, they shared different perspectives. Although she was shocked at first, but she recalled Sista had claimed her husband to be dead. It's one thing to seek redemption, and another thing to make your wife do it for you. Tiwa and Auntie J spoke to Sista not entirely on Fola's behalf, which made her relive her entire life in front of them. The hurt, the struggles, his betrayal, and how she couldn't accept his existence, since already she had told the kids he was dead. Since Fola had no access to her, he decided to befriend Fola Jr., who innocently invited him over after church. The children realized the tension and hostility their mother had towards Mr. Fola. Having no other option, she revealed the truth to them, and Fola in not so many words revealed how he abandoned their mom and cowardly ran away, but now he seeks her forgiveness and theirs. His pleading was totally up to the children. As long as Sista is concerned, he's there to her. The children were excited about having a father again, accepted him into their life. And as time went on, he tried to be present in their life, taking them shopping, dancing, and other fun things. As time went on, Sista saw less and less of them. It almost felt like he was replacing her and the things she got them, like the new phones he got them. He even went on to get Fola Jr. a car on his birthday, which she returned back, and he reached her threshold when he wanted to relocate their kids to Europe for studies.
People should go now. You cannot come and bamboozle my children with money. You won't lie to my children that their father have died just to protect.
After taking it out on the kids, she went on to give Fola a piece of her mind, warning him not to try to take them from her. The kids tried to make their mom see reasons when she got back, but she stopped talking to them entirely after Fola Jr. told her,
yes, what he did was bad, but let that man do right by his kids. That way you don't have to work so much. You're younger than him, yet you look so older. Please, mom.
Even though Fola's heart is in the right place, he went about it all wrong, and his wife agrees that he's just selfish. And that's how he has been, not including her in his decision or inquiring how she felt since he laid everything on her. And for the first time, we get an inner working of his mind, how he made himself believe Sista and the kids weren't real after he left them, and made Tiwa his reality. He promised to fix everything and asked her if she was okay with it. Meanwhile, the children made Auntie J reach out to their mom, after which she spoke to them and really aired her mind. They understood her and she accepted their apologies. Fola and Tiwa, who had now accepted to support her husband, visited Sista to apologize properly. He begs her and applauds her on the work she did with the children and offered to assist her for once, since she even assisted him through school, which shocked the kids. I wish I could let this scene play out, but copyright is the B word. Those words were the comfort and reassurance she needed a long time ago. Hearing them 21 years later made her emotional. She looked at the kids before finally letting someone else bear her burdens for the first time. A year later, after securing their papers, the family prepared to leave for the airport, as they were all relocating to Europe to join Fola and Tiwa.